Hello friends. How many of you know that the 47th article of our constitution reads thus: the state shall endeavour to bring about prohibition of the consumption except for medicinal purposes of intoxicating drinks and of drugs which are injurious to health. National prohibition was advocated by Mahatma Gandhi as well as by many Indian women. Some reports suggest that the implementation of this policy has reduced violence against women. Alcohol prohibition in India is in force in the states of Bihar, Gujarat, Mizoram and Nagaland. In this video, let us look at some of the reasons, questions, pros and cons revolving around the alcohol ban. Before we move ahead, please subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notification of all our updates. I'm Nihal Muhammad and you're watching the Upfront. In India, alcohol is a subject in the state list under the schedule of the Constitution of India. Therefore, the laws governing alcohol vary from state to state. As mentioned in the beginning, 4 states of India practice total prohibition of alcohol. Let us have a brief look at the history of these prohibitions and then move on to the reasons for prohibition, effect of this prohibition and to what extent these prohibitions have been successful. On 26 November 2015, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar announced that alcohol would be banned in the state from 1st April 2016. Kumar officially declared the total ban on 5th April 2016 and said in a press conference, all types of liquor will be banned in the state from today. Sale and consumption of any type of alcohol in hotels, bars, clubs and any other place will be illegal from today onwards. Although the Patna High Court quashed this law, the government came up with another act to ban alcohol. The Supreme Court later stayed the verdict of Patna High Court. In Gujarat also, the liquor ban is in force from the time it became a state on May 1st, 1960. In the earlier Bombay state, alcohol was banned as per Bombay Prohibition Act 1949 and the same is still in force in Gujarat state. In the states of Mizoram and Nagaland, the ban exists in different forms. Whereas in other states, some have never banned alcohol, whereas some have tried banning it but have later repealed the law. Reasons for prohibiting alcohol and its impact. The reasons for prohibiting alcohol are obvious. A huge percentage of the amount of violence on women, domestic violence on family members, road accidents, fights, etc. are due to alcohol. It won't be wrong to say that alcohol is one of the biggest speed breakers in the progress of this nation. When alcohol was banned in Bihar, the women of the state welcomed this decision of the government and the reason is obvious. In Bihar, the years preceding the ban saw a rise in sales, manufacture and consumption of liquor and this led to a massive surge in domestic violence and crimes against women and girls. As most of these crimes were committed by drunken, close relatives within homes, they were rarely reported to the police and the public never heard of the crisis. Now let me take your attention towards these statistics. As per ministry's records, a total of 8,335 road accidents took place in 2020 due to alcohol. As per the latest reports by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, people killed in drunken driving related road accidents account for a 3.5% share of total road fatality. In India, 71% of women whose husbands often get drunk have experienced spousal physical or sexual violence as against 22% of women whose husbands did not drink alcohol according to the 4th National Family Health Survey 2015-16. It is not that alcohol is the sole reason for the above crimes or accidents, but the point that alcohol is a huge factor cannot be neglected. In Bihar, within a year of prohibition, the number of murders and gang robberies decreased by 20%. The number of riots fell by 13% and traffic accidents were reduced by 10%. For the economy, spending per household rose. Increase in sales of milk by 10%, cheese by 200%, two-wheeled vehicles by 30% and electrical appliances by 50%. In villages, brick houses are gradually taking the place of more rudimentary cottages since state prohibition came into effect. Now the question, did the law succeed? If stats are to be believed, then the answer is no. Although the above data gives some relief, we find that illegal transport, production and consumption is frequent in parts of Bihar. We see that despite Bihar being a dry state, those who want alcohol can easily get it. The death rate due to consumption of poisonous alcohol has also increased. How much over the Bihar CM says that the prohibition is successful, we still find that it has been a failure. Big thing said short, this prohibition has been a tragedy because it failed to raise awareness among people. If you ask me whether a ban on alcohol is needed, then my answer would be yes. But that does not mean that we directly bring in a ban without looking into other parameters. For bringing in any policy change, the foremost requirement is that people must be educated about this change and that such a change must be desired by people. Such a change or ban should not be introduced directly. Instead, a practical and well analyzed step-by-step procedure must be followed. Ban on alcohol is not a new subject. We have the model of USA where prohibition of alcohol for 13 years led to increase in consumption and gang monopoly over alcohol. But at the same time, we have the model of the Arabian city of Medina where rivers of alcohol flowed through its streets when alcohol was banned. As per Islam, when the Prophet had informed people regarding God's order that consumption of alcohol is prohibited, people instantly stopped its consumption. The reason behind this was that this order was brought in gradually and not directly. Not only that, the people had utmost belief and obedience towards the one giving these orders. Which government in the world can today boast of having the belief and obedience of its citizens? Therefore, educating people regarding the evils that alcohol accompanies is very important. Undoubtedly, alcohol or intoxication is the greatest of all evils because an intoxicated person cannot even recognize the boundaries of good and evil. So yeah, in the end, all I have to say is that the governments and politicians who are marketing crores of money by taxes, selling and production of alcohol should come forward and recognize this evil and for the good of the society should work towards prohibiting it, keeping in mind the points said above. If you like the content we provide, please subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notification of all our updates. Please share our videos and educate others. Thank you.